Shalom Aleichem, live at the Grapevine. This is the Kosher Spirit Review with my friend ducking right in front of us because he wants to get some good whiskey but not being on film. Yehoshua Werth, this is Steve Hall, and we're tasting a plethora of whiskeys that many people may not have heard of from the Highland. Today we're going to be discussing the Balblair 2001, the first release of this whiskey. What does it mean when you say the first release?
It means that this is the first release of roughly 450 barrels. He's bottled about 150 barrels in the year 2012, so it is a 11-year-old whiskey. It's all produced in first release barrels from bourbon country.
What is that?
You can see it's non-chill filtered and also uncolored, so it's a very pale single malt. It's, as I said, it's 11-year-old now. Probably another 4 or 5 years he will decide, John McDonald, the distillery manager, to bottle. An older 2001 vintage, and then another 4 to 5 years after that, the last of the barrels that he feels deserve to be bottled at 21, 22 years of age. It's sort of a combination of a whiskey geek's dream to have 3 different age statements in one particular year if he hangs on to all 3 vintages, or if you don't want to hold on to them, at least you can try them and see how they're matured in your mouth. So
I was pouring while you were schmoozing.
I saw that. This is one of those that you just you enjoy. It's a vintage. Very unique for Scotch whiskey. Most are age statements. Balblair and
You ever smelled the flowers of like herb plants?
Sure.
Not the, or, you know, you rub a basil and it has like really strong with the flowers.
My wife has a vegetable garden, so I know
Right,
exactly
so the
what you're talking
flowers are a little more subdued. So this is a very like herb flower kind of thing going on.
Whiskey versus bourbon.
For me to smell it with the plastic wouldn't do it justice, so I'll let you do the nosing. Yes, very much so. Very much. And you still get the smell of the
Lemon zest.
You also get the vanilla of the barrels, because it is
Definitely barrels. Yeah, if a bourbon guy wants to taste a Scotch for the first time, this would probably be a good zone right here, because it's just young enough, about 10 years or so, 11 years. It's really strong in the bourbon, first fill bourbon barrels.
First fill bourbon.
First fill bourbon barrels, which means the only other liquid that was inside that barrel leading up to this point was bourbon. Shipped off to Scotland, then off the still straight into this barrel.
And then from there, those barrels are not used again by Balblair. They're shipped off to our other single malt facilities. All Balblairs from now on will be first fill bourbon.
L'chaim, to a great week, to a good season, good Shabbos. And
Say in Scotland, sláinte.
Right, man, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm not cheating, I said a bracha already.
Should have had him up here for that. Oh, that's delicious.
Right, so this one is a little creamier than the previous one.
Yes.
You definitely get some of that char of the barrel. It's definitely more of like a younger, funky.
It's all up in the mouth. You feel a lot more up in the mouth than you would with an older whiskey where you get more in the back of the throat. But
It's a mid-palate whiskey.
yeah.
You really get great flavor in the middle of the palate of the whiskey.
Oh, I don't want to seem super cheap.
Oh, nutmeg even? Some nuts? Some nuts going on?
No, that's us.
Oh, we're completely nuts, that's for sure. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And again, what is this on the shelf for a whiskey like this?
$59.99.
$59.99 for a uber small Scottish distillery across the street from Glenmorangie. And we know the special expressions from Glenmorangie can be on the pricier side. It's a great way to get that region of Scotland in a bottle without jumping to that $70 mark, $56. And again, Balblair, 2001 first fill, non-chill filtered, 92 proof, 2012 bottling. Thank you, Steve.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Blessed and beautiful one.
Yes.
Yehoshua Werth, L'chaim, another good quality whiskey. Beautiful.